Hello everyone, so sorry it's been a very long time since I've actually done any videos other than the weekend vlogs, and sorry for uploading them super late, but let's just say I've been very sick lately. I was sick for over a week, and there's been a lot of unexpected changes that have came into my life, and I've had to do a lot of changes, and really there was a lot of things that ended up taking up a lot of time in my schedule, at least at the very beginning, and things are slowly starting to, change back. I'm gonna have to change things a little bit in order to get everything working with my schedule and everything, but other than that, this is a new series I'm going to be trying to do once every single week, possibly more, and I have a very good idea as to what I want these videos to be about. For the most part, I want this to become a video series that I do weekly that has to do with things that I can't talk about on the other channels, whether it's something that doesn't have to do with gaming or tech or anime, and if it's something that I just cannot really put on those other channels or just is really far off topic, then I want this to be that place. And I'm going to be talking about things that are trending, things that the community is talking about, and possibly something that's on my mind, or maybe something I just really want to get out there. I want this to be that place, and I'm really looking forward to actually doing it. And I do actually have some green tea. I did have a really nice cup that I actually did put it in, and I might make a video, just a really quick video showing you guys a really quick and easy way to actually make some really good tasting green tea. And let's just say it tastes way better than it did before when I used just like a very small coffee sized cup. And it was a really smart way for me to actually make something else useful that is meant for a different type of drink, but I'm using it to make really good hot green tea. So also, if any of you guys have any ideas for topics or anything like that, or if any of you guys want me to do any Q&As or anything like that, then just tweet at me using the hashtag GreenTeaWithDylan. I'll try to put somewhere on the screen, and that will just make it much easier for me to actually be able to find your guys' questions, or if you have any ideas for topics or anything along those lines, then I would extremely appreciate it. And plus, the comment section always do help, actually. No, what I'm going to be talking about today is something that people started hearing about over a week ago, and that was about Facebook hitting 1 billion daily views on videos. And for the most part, I just want to give you guys my thoughts about it. The first thing that really stands out is that 1 billion views is a very big number for when it comes to video views, and it's still a long ways from reaching as high as YouTube. And most people are probably wondering as to why is Facebook doing this? Why do they suddenly care so much about video sharing or videos in general? And the answer is actually quite simple. Just recently, YouTube has actually topped Facebook for one of the largest social media websites in the world. They barely top them, but it's getting to the point where they're really just neck and neck and just barely topping each other. And it's just going to be, they're going to be doing absolutely everything they can just to get that slight little advantage or slightly higher number than their opponent. And Facebook figured it would be much easier to compete with YouTube by competing on the video sharing side of things. Now, when it comes to the video sharing side of things, people have been uploading videos on Facebook, for quite a while now, but people don't do it that often. People do more pictures than they do videos. I mean, it's just a simple fact. And when it comes to the video sharing side of it, it's been there, but there really hasn't been that much there to really give people a reason to do it. And there's just not really that many tools whatsoever. And there's just a lot of things really missing. And that's why people always will lean towards YouTube when it comes to that stuff. And plus, it's monetizable, and they have more opportunities to do better things and possibly make their content get out there even further, or be able to do more with it potentially. The number one thing that really stands out to me is exactly how Facebook got these views. And the reason I say that is because they didn't really explain it very much, and they said that they used some new techniques and they made some minor changes that really made a big difference and helped them get those numbers and everything. And if you really look into it, the answer is something that you would really hope to not see, especially from a big company that is as well known as Facebook. And essentially, they cheated to get those numbers. And when it comes to what is considered cheating, the thing is, what is considered cheating is that regardless of what you're talking about, whether it's video games, business related stuff, or anything else really, there's a certain line you have to cross to really get something considered cheating. There doesn't have to be a pre-existing rule book or anything along those lines. It's just the way you do things, just if you do it something in a certain way, if it crosses that line, it is considered cheating. There doesn't have to be an already existing book saying this is considered cheating, you can't do this, can't do that. It's not always that simple. And essentially what Facebook did was make it to where when you actually go through your feed on Facebook, you will see a whole bunch of videos, and when you just scroll past them, they automatically play. Now, there's a couple reasons why this upsets me. Is one, because I honestly believe that if you're going to be bragging about anything, if you cheated to get those numbers, you do not have the right to brag. I don't care what anybody says. You simply do not have the right to brag. If you cheat in a test and you try to act like you're the smartest guy in class, you do not have the right to do so. You do not. And especially from a big company like this, seeing this type of action is very immature, but at the same time doesn't surprise me considering how immature companies act sometimes, you know, especially when they're competing with each other and just going at each other's necks and doing very dumb things for very dumb, you know, reasons, or possibly competitive related reasons that really didn't end up being a very good decision in the end anyways. Now, the other reason this really shocks me is because with these types of changes going on Facebook where videos automatically play when all you gotta do is scroll past them and they automatically play, this is something they should have not enforced on people. They simply shouldn't have. And if they did, they should only do it to desktop users, and there's a reason for that. This should have been something that they could have enabled through the settings. It shouldn't have something they should have enforced upon everybody that's using Facebook. They should have not done that. And I'm going to be surprised if they do not get sued or if they do not get in any sort of legal or money-related trouble. And I say that because a lot of people that use Facebook are using it on a mobile device. And a lot of carriers, at least here in the US, have something called data caps. And something like videos playing automatically, and all you got to do is scroll past them in your feed, that is going to make you go through the roof as far as data usage goes. And because they made a change like this that is effectively costing people actual money because of one small little change they decided to do, they should be getting in some sort of legal trouble, or at least disable it completely and make it to where it's just something that people can enable if they want. Because this is not only something that is completely immature and an absolute just like cheat and just trick to try to get higher numbers and try to outdo YouTube in some way, shape, or form, but the fact that it's costing people money for data cap fees, overages, and all this type of stuff is absolutely outrageous, especially considering how high of a percentage of Facebook users are using it on a mobile device. And this is just something that really, really bugs me. And, you know, even though Facebook is a large company, this in a way kind of proves, and we've seen this from time to time again, how immature big companies can be. And even though you want to trust them so much, sometimes they will do really dumb things for really dumb reasons. And this is just a small little bitty taste of what kind of dumb changes they can make and how negatively they could actually affect you as the user of the website or platform, whatever you want to call it. You as the user, how negatively their very dumb decisions can actually make upon you. But other than that, guys, really let me guys know what you think, because this is something that a lot of people are just letting go. And here's my question to you: if you're just going to let this go like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, what is considered too far? What is actually considered a big deal? Because I'm one of those people that when I see a certain sign of something really, really going bad, or something that's going to be a very bad impact on just the industry as a whole, whether it's gaming, tech, anything whatsoever, or some sort of practice that might become a standard, or you might start seeing more companies, I'm one of those people that is like, no, it shouldn't even happen once. Because if it happens once, and if people let it slide, what is to keep the company from doing it again, or possibly experimenting and doing even more of those types of actions? What's to keep them from doing that? If you let it slide the first time, they're just going to keep on pushing and keep on pushing, and by the time you realize how bad it is, it's gonna be too late. Other than that, I'm going to stop rambling on today, so thank you all again, guys, for watching. Tell me, guys, what you think of actually this series. I'm going to try to do this once every single week. I'm very, very interested in this because there's been many times when I've had something particular on my mind, and I did not know where to put the video or what channel to put it on. And I think this will be the place for it. And I promise next time I will have my actual cup that I usually make green tea in. And that's a coffee cup back there in case you can't see it. And, well, so other than that, thank you all again, guys, for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.